So when I moved to Canada, that was January, ending of January this year. I came with everything. When I said I came with everything, I mean the courage. We did believe that I was ready for the next chapter of my life because I mean I had done everything I thought I would have done right. Like I've watched all the YouTube videos, joined every Facebook, Telegram groups, how to navigate life over here, a whole lot. I mean, then I was literally online doing research, finding out what and what not. I'll ask endless questions, took notes, and even created a mental plan of things I'm supposed to get sorted out and that. So I thought I was ready for everything. Yes. But let me tell you the truth. Nothing can ever prepare you for the emotional reality of actually living here. So this video isn't a guide, not a tutorial. It's just me sitting here sharing the things I wish I knew before moving to Canada or before moving here as a permanent resident. Let's go. So our number one on the list is, man, I should have gotten my driver's license sorted out before I moved here. Don't play with it. I still feel some type of way, for real, because okay. If I could go back in time and change one thing, that would be it. Because back home I drove occasionally and I thought, oh, when I get here or when I get to Ontario, how difficult could that be? Well, I'll get it sorted out. Huge mistake. A big one. When I got here, specifically in Ontario, I was told I needed proof of 2 years driving experience from my home country to get an equivalent Canadian license. Yes. Without it, I had to start from scratch, like G1 written test, waiting period, driving lessons, G2 test, and eventually the full G. And not to talk about the driving lessons you have to pay for it. So it wasn't just frustrating. Though I'm still on it, it's been humbling. For real. It's been humbling. Because here are the things people don't really talk about. Man, Canada is big. Even Ontario alone is really, really big. And while some cities have this decent transport, mobility, many areas, especially in some parts of Ontario, are built for driving. You gotta get your own car. It's not a luxury here. It's it's not a luxury at all. It's survival. There are times you want to go somewhere just 10 minutes away by car, but by bus it could take over an hour plus. So imagine looking at, oh, I could actually get to this place within 10 minutes by car, but then you check the bus route and you're seeing an hour plus. Man. It's a crazy experience. And you look at it, one transfer, 2 delays, 20 minutes of waiting in the freezing fucking cold. And then walking home with groceries in -15 weather because one thing or the other. And let it be that you also got maybe your apartment is very far from your bus stop. Oh more, you go so far under the cold. So if you're watching this and still planning your move, do yourself a favor. Get that full license before coming. Don't say I did not tell you. Go and get your driver's license. Don't be like me. I was stubborn and I've seen shege already. So that small decision can save you months of waiting, hundreds of dollars, and countless moments of frustration. So let's move on to number 2. I knew about this. I was told. I saw it in some forums. People say about it. But until you get to live it, you may not really understand how discouraging this is for real. Yeah. We're like, okay, I've seen few people that have gotten jobs before moving here. But they're quite rare. And there are those of us who be like, that's not a big deal. When we get here, we will figure it out. It can't be that bad. But sometimes it's that bad. Because you will apply for jobs, you will feel hopeful, and then rejections after rejections after rejections. It can be so frustrating and discouraging. At a point, you might actually start doubting yourself, like, what is wrong with me? Or is it my name? What is really the problem? I mean, you start questioning yourself. Yeah, just have that in mind. And I remember sending each day, I would do like how many applications? If not more than 50, or even, sometimes when I'm like, because I took it as a full-time job, I was sending out applications like it's a job. Yeah. Gosh. And no one called back. As in, like, I'm laughing over it now, like I'm smiling over it now, but it wasn't funny. It was humbling. Yeah. And then one day I added a small gig I did for a Canadian company. I was just like, why not? Something that barely paid but counted as a local experience. With that alone, yes, you heard me right. With that alone, I started getting some interviews, some callbacks, and some interviews just started rolling in. So I knew this having a Canadian experience thingy is real. That's when it actually hits me. It's not always about how skilled you are. It's about how familiar you look on paper. Yeah, do you have the Canadian experience? Are you familiar with the work culture? Employers actually want reassurance that you understand the system, the culture, even the Canadian way of communication. It's not right, it's not fair, but it's the reality. And that's where you will see people start adjusting their resume, adding unpaid volunteered work, tweaking job titles, or reshaping their stories just to look more Canadian. Don't blame them. It's tough. It's tough out there. Because that particular phase will make you start doubting yourself. No cap. You'll start wondering if all your experience back home means nothing. But here's what I learned. It still meant something. You just need to repackage it for a different audience. Get creative. Volunteer if you have to. Network. It's very important. Ask people for referral. Reach out, network. You understand? Build small connections here and there. It helps. Your first job may not just be your dream job, but it's your stepping stone into the system. So, yeah. Let's move on to our number 3 on the list. Whoa, I wasn't prepared for this one. Yes. People will treat you differently based on your status. Anyways, when I moved here, in my head, I was like, we are all immigrants. But what I noticed is that status creates this kind of division. If you're permanent residents, students sometimes assume you've made it, that you don't struggle, you've got everything figured out. Yeah, like you have this soft landing. Well, and there are citizens who see all of us as newcomers, no matter how long you've been here. So it creates these invisible walls between people who should actually be supporting each other. But here is the truth. Your status doesn't define your stability. Maybe in some ways, but not totally. Because there are permanent residents, there are PRs who are still figuring life out. There are students who are doing really well for themselves. Everyone's journey is just different. So don't get caught up in the who's ahead kind of game. And paper status doesn't equate peace of mind. Yeah, so let's move on to the next. I do actually have my list here. So the next on the list I would say is some helpers are actually users in disguise. Some helpers are users in disguise. Yeah. When you're new, you just moved to a new country, far from home, a new environment, you will be vulnerable. Yeah. You crave community, you want to trust people, you want to make new friends, you want to create these connections, you want to just relate with people. And while there are genuinely kind souls out there who will help you with open arms, there are others who see your newness as an opportunity. I once had a flatmate with a child about 4 or 5 years old. When we first moved in together, because I like to study before I get to know you first, and I really get to relate with you and all that. Well, when I moved in, she was really cold. She was nice, and me being new in the country, just trying to navigate life, she was she was pointing me in some directions and all that. I appreciated it. So because I wasn't working at that time, I was most of the time I was home. She was working, but she had a child. She needed someone to help out most times. Yeah, so I was like, oh, why not? I could just, need some support, so why can't I offer that? I did, till it turned into something else. People like to take advantage. Yeah. She will step out of the house, leave that child at the house, and from wherever she is, she'll now message me or something that, oh, her child is at home, please, and she looks after her and all that. God. Oh man. Is that like, okay, oh, it's just gonna be an hour or two turn into a few hours a day turn into, oh, they were on a meeting at the whole week thingy. Man, if you don't set boundaries, some people are gonna use you. So you get my point. But one day I realized, I was being treated like a free childcare. Yeah. Because even after all I did, trust me, that lady didn't still appreciate nothing. When she noticed I've started setting boundaries and stopped saying and start saying no, 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 no. She became cold and distant. I was like, oh, so you did all these things because you needed my help. So yeah, some people are going to see that as an opportunity to use the hell out of you. So that moment taught me something. Even kindness needs boundaries. You can help people without being taken advantage of. And the moment something doesn't feel fair, just say no for your peace of mind. Just know that you don't owe anyone your peace. Do your thing. Canada will teach you that people wear polite smiles, but the intention can be mixed. Be kind, but also be wise. Oh, let me look at my list. So the number 5 on the list is, this one is actually deep. If you don't ask, you'll stay in the dark. Whoa. This one broke my heart a little. Because I suffered longer than I needed to because I did not ask for help. Canada has so many resources, grants, training programs, food support, housing help, but no one tells you upfront. Although there are most of those websites that will refer you to as a newcomer, as a new immigrant, you should reach out to them and all that. But the thing is, if you don't ask, you will not know that it's there and you qualify for it. Because there's OSAP for education funding, that's like the grant and the loan thingy. Better Jobs Ontario for career training. With that one, you could get as much as 28K just to go study or maybe learn a trade or whatever. Local Ontario works for temporary support. So if you're just coming in and you don't have much funds, you could apply for it and the government will be paying, or you'll be eligible to some amount of money, to support yourself with bills and all that. There is local food banks like House of Friendship. Yeah, I know we don't have that back home. If you need groceries, you need help in that area, House of Friendship is the place to go. Salvation Army or community centers that literally give free groceries every week. Yeah, because for the first few months I was here, I just kept to myself. Like, I wasn't really asking all those kind of questions. You might be like, oh no, don't do that. Oh shit. So for the very few months I was here, I knew that there was certain support, you understand, but I was just focused on getting a job. But the truth is, Canada is built on systems, and those systems only work if you reach out and use them. There are certain supports for new immigrants. I'm not capping. Don't sleep on it. Reach out, ask for help, and because you're eligible for it. So go for it. So let's see, what do we have next? When you're new, everyone you meet here becomes an expert. You're gonna hear advice from every direction. Do this one. Oh, you're looking for a job, why not do this one? To PSW, do that one. Take this course, get this certification. They want to plan your life for you. If you don't have a mind of your own, you'll just be running around like an headless chicken, doing this one, doing that one, and doing that one. Yes. And sometimes that advice is given with love. Sometimes it's completely irrelevant to your situation. That made me learn something valuable. People give advice through the lens of their own reality. What works for them might not work for you. So now I listen respectfully, but I verify every single information. I ask questions, I research, because advice is free, but mistakes are expensive. Well, so what next do we have here? I believe a lot of people have said this one, and it's true. You will start over. Nobody tells you how hard it is to start from zero, not just financially, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you name it. When you arrived, it's just like your entire identity gets erased. Back home you had status, you were known, you had rhythm, you had everything figured out. Here, you're just another face in the crowd. You fill out forms and every question reminds you that you were new here. You find yourself Googling and researching about the simplest things, and one day without realizing it, you will navigate a situation smoothly and you smile because you've grown. So if you're new and just trying to navigate life, take one day at a time. You're gonna be fine. Now let's talk about something that hits close to home. Health. Please stop managing your health here. If you are a Nigerian like me, you already know that we are champions at managing. We will say things like, it's just a small headache. Let me take paracetamol first. We postpone, we endure, we keep moving, because back home, hospital visits can be expensive. We used to toughen it out. But please, don't do that here. I learned it the hard way. In Canada here, if you're a permanent resident and you have your health card, you're covered. You don't pay for hospital visit or to see a doctor. So if you feel unwell, please go. Don't self-medicate. Don't wait 3 days hoping it will go away, because sometimes it doesn't. I learned this the very hard way. That is why this is making me emotional right now. I'm gonna make a new video on this, how I survived the ICU. Yeah, so that's why I had to put this here, because it's really important. The next one on the list, or the last one on the list, is please get your Ontario health card ASAP. That's if you're coming into Ontario. I didn't take this seriously. That's getting my health card. Well, until 2 weeks ago. It started small. I was tired all the time. I thought maybe it was stress or maybe low iron. Then suddenly it got bad, really bad. Next thing I knew, I was in the emergency room in the ICU. I could barely breathe. My heart was racing. It was one of the scariest experiences of my life, and that's when I learned what it cost to get sick without health coverage in Ontario. So imagine being in the hospital bed fighting to breathe and worrying about money on top of it. So please don't wait until it's too late. If you're in Ontario, in fact in any of those provinces, make it your first priority. Get it ASAP. Apply for your health card as soon as you land. It's not just paperwork, it's safety net. It doesn't even take up to like 15 minutes, I think. Because health emergency doesn't ask for your schedule. It just comes. So if you've just landed or you're preparing to come, I want you to remember this. Your journey won't look like anyone else's. It won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. You will cry, you will laugh, you will feel lost, you will feel proud. But through every up and down, you will grow in ways you never imagined. So give yourself grace, take care of your health, trust your pace, and never forget, starting over is not failure, it's transformation. So that's all I wanted to just with you today. I hope I see you in my next video.